All right, hey everyone, welcome again to our weekly Amazon training. And tonight's going to be great because we have our very own Tammy here tonight. Tammy has been a part of our group since the beginning. I think almost 2 years or so now, over 2 years.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah, so she's technically like an OG now with Amazon. I mean, 2 years of ups and downs, 2 years of going through the business of all the changes. You know what I mean? All the craziness with Amazon. She's still here, and
hmm
making some great money too. So Tammy is doing Amazon part-time, which is very impressive. She works a full-time nursing job. And if you guys don't know, I used to be a nurse, so I do understand like how hard that is on the body. I think she works night shift
Oh
too.
yeah.
So
Yes.
that's even harder. She has kids, grandkids. And then as you guys know, it's so hard to juggle, your job, your business, your family, your personal life, going to the gym, all these things, right?
Yeah.
You gotta juggle every day. So I'm super happy that Tammy agreed to be here tonight because I know she's going to bring a lot of value to our group. So with that said,
Oh, thank
here's
you.
Tammy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. And I guess Tammy, like, do you mind just sharing a little bit about yourself with our group?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. So as you said, I'm a full-time nurse. I work night shift at a small skilled nursing facility. I've been a nurse for I think it's 31 years now. And after 31 years, I decided that I needed something else, something other than nursing. After COVID, it really was a struggle getting through that. Going through COVID was a lot, and I was working a lot of extra hours because we had a nursing shortage, and I didn't get to see my family as much as I wanted to. I didn't get to visit with my mom because they lived 3 hours away from me. So it was hard to actually get up there and go visit with them. So I missed out on seeing my mom, and especially during the last year, and she ended up getting cancer. She was diagnosed with cancer and died 2 weeks later. So I have a lot of regret missing out that last year that I could have spent with her. I spent working. I missed out on my grandkids' birthdays, holidays, a lot. So I decided I needed to do something else. Not only that, but I am getting older, and being on my feet for so long all the time it's running its toll on my back and my knees. So I really need to find something else. So yeah, when I joined Rad's group, Lewis came and told us about his selling on Amazon and his group. So I joined, and actually I find that I really love it. I really really enjoy selling on Amazon. It has its ups and downs, and you do have to put some work into it in order to get something out of it. So yeah, I'm doing probably about 10,000 a month in revenue, about 3,000 a month in profit, and I just try to roll that back into my business so I can hopefully get this scaled up to the point to where I can just fully rely on Amazon. Oh, and I started selling on Walmart as well. And made a few sales on there. That's a little bit harder to try to navigate and try to understand, but I'm getting there.
Love it.
Um,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. How about your like personal life? So you're a nurse, and then you have kids too, right? Kids
Yes,
and kids.
yeah, I have 5 sons, 5 grandsons, and 1 granddaughter. And I do have 1 grandson that also lives with me, and the grandkids are over all the time. So yeah, I have a full house all the time, a lot to take care of, a lot to deal with. Um, yeah, I have a lot on my plate, a lot. I have a spare minute usually. So yeah, it's just go, go, go. And the Amazon business keeps me busy as well. I've been doing a lot of my own prep. I do use the prep center, but I also do some of my own prep. And lately, I've been doing some RA as well as online arbitrage. I do the retail arbitrage. I've been going out to like Ross, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and those types of stores, and finding a lot of good deals and selling those. And I've been shipping those out fulfilled by merchant FBM, which is when you ship it directly to the customer. And so when you do that, you also have to deal with customer service and answering questions and dealing with returns and all that. So it is more work, but you do get your funds faster, and I believe you do get a little bit more money, just because you don't have to pay for the Amazon fees, because you're not paying them to provide the customer service, because you're doing that. But you do have to also account for shipping, which sometimes can be a lot. So you got to be careful about what you're shipping out. And then it's a little bit harder lately with this OTDR, the on-time delivery rate that Amazon has rolled out. You got to make sure you pick the right shipping option, which is usually the more expensive one, to make sure it gets to the customer on time. Otherwise, it will not really ding your account health, but it will affect your ability to ship anything FBM too. So you got to be careful with that. So
Love it.
yeah.
Yeah. So how do you juggle? So as far as like time management, like how do you juggle it? Because like you work a full-time job, you work at nights, and you sleep's not the best. So.
Yeah, it's a challenge. It's a challenge. Yeah. So I work full-time nights. So usually when I get home after work in the morning, I get off around, I usually get home about 7:30 after report and count and all that. I get home and I see what kind of orders I have for FBM, and I get those packed up, shipped out. And then I will usually go and deliver those to either wherever they got to go, because I ship out via post office, UPS, and today I shipped something out FedEx. So luckily I've got like a UPS store and a sort of a mail center in the local grocery store. So I just go down the street and do it. So that makes it easy. Sometimes I send my son to go ride his bike and go deliver packages too. So, but so I do that, and then I usually will take a nap and wake back up, look and see what kind of packages I have to get back together again, and do that all over again. And it's just constant. Look at orders, take care of orders, pack those up, ship those out, take a nap again. I'm usually sleeping probably about 1 to 2 hours at a time, kind of split up. And then I get up, clean up, make sure, get kids taken care of, and head to work. So it's just, yeah, constant.
Love
In fact,
it.
I'm constantly, as soon as I wake up, I'm on the go doing something.
Yeah, so it's just making it happen, right? Regardless. So
Yep.
love it. As far as like sourcing, you're using the list, and then you're also doing RA, you said, right?
Oh yeah. And some of that time, and if I don't have packages to pack up, I try to get some sourcing in at least maybe an hour a day online, and usually I can find some good deals, some good sales online. If I don't get much sourcing in, then on my day off, I'll go out shopping and go find some stuff. And lately, yeah, I've been finding some just random stuff at the stores that I've been selling. So it's kind of surprising me, some of the stuff. I just scan it, say, oh yeah, this could make me some money. Well, and sometimes I don't see. Sometimes it doesn't have a buy box. Sometimes it's out of stock, or sometimes there's no seller's rank. So it's like maybe 1 or 2 items, so I might take a chance on that, and yeah, surprisingly it sells. Like I sold I bought a pair of Puma shoes at Costco, and I got a half size. I got 2 sizes, one to fit me, and one a half size bigger, just because my feet were starting to swell up, so I wasn't sure if what size I was going to wear. I never took the other one back, and I listed it on Amazon a couple days ago, and it sold. So like, oh wow, just sell my random stuff too that I got laying around the house. Yeah.
Nice. So you're doing both OA and RA right now, right?
Yeah.
Are you doing mostly OA or mostly RA?
Lately I've been doing RA. I do get online and search the sales as well and do that too. Yeah.
Okay, nice. But you started with OA,
And
right? Mhm.
yes, definitely started with OA. Yeah. I find what's that?
No, hold on. I'm
Oh,
someone just
oh,
came in.
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Sometimes if I'm, because I also have ADHD too, so I always have to be moving or doing something. So sometimes sitting at the computer is kind of hard for me. So getting up and actually actively going out shopping, I find that I enjoy that as well. Well, and then, but then at the same time, when you find a good deal on online, it's kind of like an adrenaline rush too. You're like, yeah, kind of gets exciting. You're, just looking to see what more and more you can get to. The sales are really going to start up. But we got the back to school stuff lately, and pretty soon we're going to be rolling into Halloween and then Black Friday and Christmas. So things are going to start ramping up from here. So we're going to be able to find a lot of stuff.
Love it. Yeah, for sure. Does anyone have a
Mm-hmm.
question for Tammy? You guys better ask questions because this lady is is gonna help you out. So
What stores are you doing RA at?
I go to Ross, Marshalls, and TJ Maxx. Oh, and Burlington. I've been finding some good deals at Burlington too. Yeah, so I hit those stores. I want to go to Walmart, but I don't really like going in there quite so much, so I kind of avoid it. But I really need to hit Walmart. I have one right down the street that I could stop in at in the morning after work. So I've been meaning to do that. Actually, I might do that tomorrow, since tomorrow morning, or tomorrow's my day off. Might do that after work. But yeah, they've had a lot of good stuff out lately with back to school and everything. I've got a bunch of backpacks and stuff and I sold quite a few of them. Especially, I noticed the kids' backpacks more than I did sell some Adidas backpacks and Nike, but the kids, especially Fortnite backpacks, those sold quicker. Yeah. And I've sold some like like men's toiletry bags, like some Jordan toiletry bags for travel. Those sold pretty quick too, which I was surprised at that. And sometimes some clothing, like a football, or just random stuff that you wouldn't think about. Yeah, just start scanning stuff, and if it'll make you a profit, then yeah, great. I try to stick to I try to keep my BSR under 50,000. Sometimes I go a little bit over, but I try to keep the BSR kind of low and, make sure it's selling kind of fast. And also try to keep my profit at least $5 or over. But if it's a fast selling product, I'll usually settle for about 2 to 3, especially if I can FBM it. So I try to keep, I have those kind of standards I set for the products that I sell.
and then Brian asked a question: how much capital did you start with?
Oh goodness. I think I had like only a I think I had a $10,000 credit card when I first started. Yeah, and I just kind of went from there. And I just kind of also been recycling it too. So I got I do have the $10,000 card, and I put a lot of other charges on that one, but I use the Plum a lot too. It
The
gives you a
Amex
60
Plum.
days. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's pretty popular with ecom. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, any 0% APR cards that you used in the past or no?
Um, just the Amex Blue Business Cash.
Mm,
Yeah, I need to start applying for some more cards actually.
yeah, and
I've
then
been thinking about that.
his second question is how long before you got your first sale and made your first 10K in revenue?
Oh goodness, first sale. That was in, I think, November. So it took a little while. Um, Yeah, maybe about, I don't know, did we start up in October? I don't remember. I'm not sure. By the time I got my account set up and got the orders and got it sent to the prep center and they got it checked in and everything, it was, yeah, it was November. I made my first sale and then it was just up from there. First 10,000, I think it took a few months at least.
Yeah, this was 2 years ago, so
Yeah.
it's been a minute.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah, I think it took at least a few months. It took a little while to get there, but but it's part time. I only got so much time that I can put into it.
Yeah, that's
So,
about right. People usually make their first sale within 30 days, and then a few months, their first like 10K month.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it's about right. Um, any other questions, you guys? You guys gotta have questions.
Besides the credit card, what other funding sources do you use?
What are the what?
Do you use
What
any
other?
other funding sources besides credit cards?
Nope, just my job. Sometimes I put a little bit of my personal funds into it, and that's it. Just the credit cards and my income. Yeah, sometimes if
Right.
I don't get enough sales enough in enough time to pay off the credit cards, I'll have to use my personal funds. But that's it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's about right. I mean, with 10K and like one credit card that's 10K, I mean, you can do a lot with that too.
Mhm.
Yeah, because what she does is she puts her profits back into her business too.
Mhm.
Compounds and compounds, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Because once you're 10K profits, you're making like 12K, right? So your 10 becomes 12,
Yeah.
you do it again the following month.
Mhm.
12 becomes X amount, and then you do it again.
Yeah.
As long as they're compounding it, and she's been doing it for 2 years already.
Yeah. Yeah.
So her what's the word? Her pot is like bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
not pot, but your capital.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feeds itself and grows.
Yeah. Yeah. And if I could
So,
put some more time into it, I could actually grow it probably pretty quickly. It's just time is my only bottleneck right now, is finding the time to actually
hey,
put into it that I
you're,
want to.
you're doing 10K in revenue a month. I mean, that's pretty damn good, in my opinion.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, 10K a month in revenue. Also imagine like how much funding you can get with that, right?
Yeah.
Plus her personal income from being a nurse. So I mean, there's a lot of revenue that she can leverage to get more funding.
Mhm.
And then about 3K is her profit. I mean, 3K a month in 12 months in one full year, that's like $36,000.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of money, extra money
Mhm.
that she makes outside of her job. So yeah.
Absolutely. Wonderful.
I mean,
Goals,
I do
business
respect it a
goals.
lot for sure. I respect it a lot. Yeah, and I
How,
think Tammy's self-aware too, right? Like she doesn't want to have a overblown big business because she has a career, she has her kids, she has her grandkids. Like she doesn't
Mhm.
expand to like 50K months just to flex, You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, and you know what they say too is more money, more problems. So, I don't need any more on my plate right now. So, right now I'm trying to put my family first. So, and we've, over the past couple of years, which has kind of slowed me up quite a bit. I've had two major family crises that kind of fell on me to deal with. So, um, yeah, it's kind of kind of hampered my growth, which, so I've been putting all of my time into dealing with the family. So all my time in family and Amazon, and then drag my butt to work every night. But yeah, that's about it.
Love it. So 10K in sales
Yeah.
and she's making about like 3,000 a month in profit.
And that's part-time. That's maybe an hour a day. And sometimes I don't even get that hour a day to source. So I try to make up for it later in the
Yeah.
week. But yeah, so it's not putting a whole lot of time into it. I do put some time. There is time that you have to put into it, you know, when you're shipping packages to customers. And then if I'm doing my own prep, I do that on my days off too, and try to, you know, get a few boxes ready to go and shipped off.
Yeah. I love that. That is great. I
So,
agree.
Tammy, how do you?
Go ahead, Dion.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, bro.
How do you approach inventory, right? In terms of restocking, do you look to buy an item, sell it, and then you're done with it? You just move on to the next. Do you have certain items that you try to keep a constant supply of and keep the train moving? What's your approach to that?
It all depends on the product. Some products, you know, you can find a great deal and it sells really well, but then you don't see it at that price anymore. Sometimes you get it for a little bit more, and then yeah, I'll go ahead and buy it. Like some things like you might only find like during a Black Friday sale, and so I kind of wait for the next year and look for it the following year. Other things, yeah, they go on sale pretty frequently, so you can replenish those and repurchase those and sell them. Others are just a one-time find. I did notice that some of the products that sold well for me before, if you go back and you revisit those products and you look at them again, or even some of the products that were almost good enough but not quite, then you can eventually find them profitable again. So you can replenish those. And that's the thing too about with replens, as you know, you hear out in the community. Replens are basically things that you can just buy again and sell again. And that if you just keep revisiting the products that you have sold and take another look at those, they will naturally become some of your replens. But yeah, there are some things that I will purchase and buy on a regular basis as well, as long as I can find them.
Yeah, those replays are going to carry your store, by the way.
Yeah.
And as you move forward, you're going to build a list of replens. And those are going to be great for you because those are proven products.
Mm-hmm.
That you can buy over and over again. So it's recurring.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and I have Seller Board too. And Seller Board will kind of keep record of all the products that you've listed. So you can delete your listings, which is probably a good idea once you're out of stock. Delete your listing because you can get an IP claim, or you can get in trouble with Amazon if they decide that you shouldn't be listing it, just for having that listing, even though you're out of stock and it's inactive. So it's once you're out of stock after, I think, I would usually give it about a month after the last product was sold and delete that listing. That way they don't come after you. So I know when I was selling some Clinique and I still had listings up for that. And then we were all of a sudden restricted from Clinique, and they gave us, I think, a month to sell out of our product. Well, I didn't delete all of my listings, even though I was sold out. And I think I did have some products that I was just going to wait for it to become stranded and recall it. And the very next day after the cutoff, when it went restricted, I ended up with what was it? I don't know, policy violations just for having the listings. But as soon as I deleted those, it was gone. So it's a good idea to kind of delete your listings on Amazon, but you can keep track of them on Seller Board or on a spreadsheet. But I'm not that tech savvy either, so it's kind of hard for me to keep up a spreadsheet.
Love that.
Yeah, so you mentioned Seller Board. Have you? I know their main competitor is Inventory Lab. Have you ever given Inventory Lab a shot?
Yes, I do have Inventory Lab, and I did like it, especially to keep track of my numbers, but I really don't use it very often. I've been thinking about getting rid of it, actually, because I don't use it. I kind of just leave it there just because the prep center uses that to ship out products. But I noticed I told them, you know, I usually ship my products out. I use Seller Central, and I don't use Inventory Lab to even ship out products. But I noticed they get in there in my Inventory Lab account in order to make shipments. I think that's because that's what they're used to. But if you don't have it, they will use Seller Central. But I've been kind of stalling on deleting or stopping the Inventory Lab just for that, because I know they message me every now and then, say we're having a problem with this listing on Inventory Lab. So I know that they're using it. So I don't want them to run into problems and hold up sending my stuff out.
So why do you prefer Seller Lab over Seller app? Not Seller app. I forget the name of it just that fast. Why do you prefer that one over Inventory Lab?
Oh, the seller board? I just like, I'm not sure. I like the way it keeps track of your numbers a lot better. It seems to be easier for me to use. And I do like the fact that it keeps track of all my products as well. I think Inventory Lab does too, but I just never really use Inventory Lab all that much. And I like also that Seller Board also has an app, so you can kind of look at, get on the app and look at your sales for the day and your net profit and all of that. I like that too. So if I'm at work, I can just, get on my phone and look and see what's, going on, what my numbers are. So I like that about it too. So.
Yeah, I'm curious about it. I'm gonna check it out. I've heard good things about it as well.
Yeah.
I did initially, sell and invest in Inventory Lab because that's what the person used as well. So there's a little bit of sunken cost there, but I am still a little curious.
Yeah, I think they have like a 2-month trial, and you don't even have to use your credit card if I remember right. So you can sign up for it, use the trial, and it won't automatically charge if you forget to cancel it. So yeah, I would definitely try it, see which one you like more. And yeah, I think Inventory Lab is a lot more expensive too. But oh, and the other thing with Seller Board too is they email your customers after you make a sale. They send out emails requesting reviews. So that's also nice too.
Yeah, that is pretty neat.
Yeah. And I think, was there a question?
Yeah, Cindy has a question in the chat. So what do you suggest as a must-have to be able to do packaging yourself to send to Amazon as a beginner?
Okay. A must-have for packaging to send to Amazon? A must-have is definitely a computer, obviously. I use 2 Rollo printers. I have one wired printer that I use to print up my labels, and I have one, the wireless that I have set up just to print up my my shipping labels. And I actually only recently started using 2, so you can use the one and print up on both sides labels. I really do like the Rollo printer. It's probably a lot easier to use a thermal printer versus a regular printer, and getting the sheets of the labels and printing them up, and there's no way I could figure that out. Anyway, so yeah, definitely a Rollo printer. You want to make sure you have good sized boxes under 25 inches. 25 inches is the max amount that you can send to Amazon, unless excuse me, unless you have a product that itself is over 25 inches. You need poly bags that will fit your products. There's a good like a starter pack that you can get on Amazon. I prefer the Spartan poly bags from Amazon. Let's see, bubble wrap, definitely need bubble wrap. I try to save all of my those big air pillows that you get from shipments. I save those and try to fill up some of the boxes with the voids in the boxes with that. a packing paper. I use a lot of packing paper. I buy a big old roll of the craft packing paper from Amazon. Those I would say would be, yeah, tape. Gotta have tape, definitely. I use Tape King, and I found out that that's probably the best tape out there. Yeah, because otherwise you're dealing with tape and you stick it on your boxes and it won't stick, or it's peeling up, and yeah. So I found Tape King, and never went back.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Any like funding questions? I mean, her strategies are pretty simple though. Any scaling questions? Like, how do you get to 10K a month in sales? Questions? Anyone? Because honestly, like, we're about to hit Q4, right? So that's what, in like 2 months or so.
Yeah.
It really is a time to go. You know what I mean?
Well, actually, I think Amazon sent out a notice that if you want your products checked in for Q4, you need to have them in by October 15th. So now would be the time to source for Q4. If not, then you should be looking at your shipping FBM. And then you have to be mindful of the on-time delivery rate that they have, which, yeah, they had me under 83%, which it doesn't actually go into effect until I believe, what is it, on the 25th? September 25th, something like that. Anyways, yeah, they had me under 83% for 3 orders, 2 of which were hazmat and could only be shipped round. So I could not have used a different shipping option. And both of those were actually also shipped out before we were even given notice about this OTDR thing. And the second one, I used the third one, I used the shipping option that they give you, the faster shipping, to make sure it's guaranteed to get there on time. If it doesn't, then you're protected. Well, it still affected me. So, but 2 of them the first 2 fell off. So now I'm at 93%. But yeah, you're going to make sure you choose the right shipping option and it'll get there on time. Otherwise, yeah, they might restrict your ability to ship SBM. But yeah, I mean, shipping SBM, that's kind of, kind of difficult too if you're trying to juggle life as well, because got to make sure you're available to ship out products on time. So otherwise, you got to put your account your FBM account on hold or on vacation if you're not going to be home and available to ship things off. And then at that point, you might miss out on sales too. So,
You do any FBM right now or not really?
Oh yeah, I've been doing a lot. Yeah, a lot of FBM.
Lately?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna do a lot of FBM in Q4?
Probably, especially with all the Black Friday sales, we're not going to be able to get them into Amazon on time.
Makes sense.
So yeah, definitely going to be doing some FBM. That's when I believe it was last year is when I started with FBM, and yeah, I've got a lot of stuff that are slow sellers that I'm hanging on to that I just ship out FBM whenever whenever I get a sale for those. And some of those things they sold really well last year during Christmas. So I'm kind of hoping that it's going to pick up for those again. So
nice. I love it. You already have
Yeah.
experience with Q4, so
Mhm.
it's like 2 of them already, right? So
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
what to expect already. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
good.
And it can be hectic. And oh my gosh, the sales. That's when you find that you have too many options and not enough funds. And you're like trying to juggle how much capital you have to spend and how much you can buy. And yeah, because everybody's got a sale. And
Yeah.
even sometimes if you can stock up on things and even ship those in for after Q4, as long as there's not too many people on the offer that will take the price. But yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot
I
of new
try to do
sellers in
that.
here. So can you like briefly explain the sales volume happening in Q4?
Oh goodness. Yeah. Everybody has sales. Like Black Friday sales, and those start happening, I believe, in November. They started happening earlier and earlier after COVID, and they're kind of spread out. So you kind of have to keep an eye on who's got sales. And I mean, there's a lot of like 50% off products. You also have to be, watch out for, coupons that you can use and discounts. And if you frequent certain sites, then you can rack up rewards points as you're buying things. And so you can use those rewards points and actually get products for free and sell those, make a good profit. So like at Kohl's has the Kohl's Cash, and like Ulta has the beauty rewards, and I've gotten quite a few things from Ulta for free, and and Kohl's, and got some backpacks from Kohl's for free.
Yeah, it's
with
a
the
good
Kohl's
market,
Cash.
right? In Q4.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Oh yeah,
it's
yeah.
very similar to the crypto bull run, except that it's for ecom.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is just good, right? In those 3 months.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It lasts all the way till I want to say like half of February. It's still pretty good,
Yeah.
right? Part of
Yeah.
Q1 is also still Q4 in a way, because a lot of consumers are getting gift cards. So this is
yeah.
after the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
So January is still
Yeah.
really good, and I want to say all the way till mid-Feb,
Mm-hmm.
and then after that it
And
goes back to the normal market.
they say that in January to expect more returns, that people are returning their Christmas gifts if they didn't work or whatever. But I really don't get that many returns in January. I don't get a whole lot of returns anyway. So I think most of the returns I get are from products that I ship to Amazon for one reason or another. People return those. But things that I FBM, I usually try to make sure they're packed very, very well. They're well protected in order to reach the customer in perfect condition. And I don't really get a lot of FBM returns that I have to deal with. So that's another thing. That's another thing about when I prep my products myself, I make sure they're prepped well, and so they arrive to the customer in good shape. So I don't get that many returns.
Any more questions for Tammy? You guys gotta ask. No questions? Any questions about Q4, the holiday season? The group is so quiet, Tammy. It's because we're all extroverts, that's why.
One thing that I need to do before Q4 is I need to make sure and get some more credit cards, more funding, so that I can purchase more. Yeah.
That's a good one.
And especially with Amazon, because there is a delay in between when you buy your products and get them sold, or actually get them checked into Amazon and get them sold, and then Amazon to pay you out. There's a delay. So, it's nice to have that funding available to buy more in order to just keep things rolling.
Right. So I guess for the new sellers, like, what cards do you recommend? Like, I know each person is different, right? And very situational, but for ecom, what are the best?
Well, I started
recommend
with the Amex Blue Cash. What is it? The Blue Cash Preferred or something like that. Anyways, that's the one I started with. It was a 0% card, so it was nice to use that and have no interest on that. I used the Plum, and that is a charge card, and you have 60 days to pay that off. So that kind of helps with the funding delay with Amazon. And you do have to pay that off every 60 days, though. So that's what I have right now. I also have heard about the Chase, I believe it's the preferred card, where you can get a lot of you get more points for shipping. So if you ship products out like FBM, Amazon owns a company called Zquo that you can integrate with your Amazon seller account, and you can actually also integrate that with your Walmart account as well, and they keep track of both. And I believe with eBay as well. So you could put all of your
that's new, huh?
Yeah, and it's owned by Amazon.
Oh,
So
wow.
if you buy
Okay.
if you buy shipping through them, then you still have the same Amazon shipping protection.
Mm,
So I haven't really used it. I had it set up, and then somehow my Walmart account got disconnected from that, and I couldn't use it because I was shipping out some hazmat for when I did start using it. So I need to get back and get that my Walmart account set back up and that with that again and get started with that.
that's
But yeah, I
interesting
think
because Amazon's getting into shipping now too, huh?
yeah.
I think they're trying to
Mhm.
get away from UPS, huh?
Mhm.
And be
Well,
their own
no,
like
it's
shipping
still
or uh-huh.
no, it's still with the same carrier. It's still with UPS and
Mm.
USPS and every now and then I get a FedEx order. But yeah, I think it's just owned by Amazon. And if you get on the your manage orders and you look at your FBA, your seller orders, you'll see like a little strip, a little band with an advertisement there for V-Flow.
Oh
But
wow.
yeah,
Check that out.
yeah. So you can, instead of them deducting the funds from your seller account to pay for the shipping, then if you use your credit card, and this is what I understand because I haven't actually used it, but if you use your credit card, then you get the points for the shipping as well on for Chase.
Is it
So
only for FBM or FBA too?
for FBM,
For FBM. Okay,
yeah,
got it.
yeah,
Yeah. That's why I don't see it that much. So okay. Makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah, that would be major. That would be major.
Mhm. Yep.
Yeah, because imagine all those people doing FBM, right? They get
Mhm.
cash back from doing FBM.
Yep. Yeah,
Another
especially
way.
with Q4, it's yeah,
Yeah.
and
And then with
it's
Rakuten too, right? In Q4, there's a lot of, I mean, everything's inflated.
oh
Rakuten is
oh
inflated, like 10% cash back, 15% cash
15%
back.
cash back. Mhm.
Everything is just
I got
inflated. So you can just stack, stack your margins like
yeah,
easy. So
I got like $200 cash back when I bought my phone during Q4 last week or last year. So just it was on like 15% cash back. So
yeah, it's a different market, right? Everyone is just generous,
mhm.
all these cash back, giving all these credit cards.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. You got to pay attention now because it's coming up, right? It's coming up sooner
Yeah.
than you think.
Yep. Yep. We got
And
back to school right now. That's about to end. Then we're going into Halloween, and from stores are already ramping up for Q4.
yeah,
So you're going to start seeing the products out there.
that's what I'm saying. Everyone needs to focus, right? Like, just get yourself together
Mm-hmm.
right now because once we go in there, you guys are gonna feel the energy. Everyone's going nuts. Everyone's giving away,
Mm-hmm.
cash back and all these credit cards, and people are buying left and right.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh, and that's another thing about Q4 is usually Amazon will kind of clamp down on the ungating. So if you can get ungating in things now, I would start now, especially for anything that you've really been wanting to ungate, because yeah, they'll just not approve a lot of people just during Q4. They try to cut down on the ungating. Sometimes they will just suddenly gate you or not. Well, yeah, they could just suddenly regate you. They will restrict products and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, if you want a brand ungated, I would start working on that now.
yeah, and talk about Walmart, right? Like how's Walmart for you so far? It's been good? It's been so-so?
It's different. I have not sent anything into Walmart yet for WFS, which is like FBA. I've just done the seller fulfilled, and I have sold a few things. Not a lot, but I don't have a lot listed either. I have a lot of products that I can't sell on Amazon. I have them listed on Walmart, and those seem to sell if they're priced really low. But some of those things are like the premium makeup brands and stuff. People aren't on Walmart looking for, Too Faced products and stuff. So, the higher priced makeup brands. And there's some things, just random things that sell that I'm kind of surprised about. I don't know. I'm still trying to get used to it and figure out the Walmart customer, which I should know because I buy at Walmart all the time. So I should be just like me, but I think grocery and like stuff for kids, I think are more popular on Walmart.
There's a lot of potential, right? Walmart Marketplace.
Yes, yes, yes. And I
Something to
believe
look.
the fees
Okay.
are less.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So, and they do hold your funds for a couple of weeks when you're a new seller too. So I haven't really that's gotten paid out for maybe, geez, like $100.
Yeah.
No, maybe about 200, about 200.
But do you
But that's
agree that they should learn Amazon first, and then once you
hmm
understand it really well, then do Walmart possibly later on?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but
And
it's an easy
Amazon
to
took
transition though, right? Like once you learn
yeah,
Amazon, it's an easy like transition to Walmart. So
yeah, and eBay as well. And you can resell some of your, returns or things that you can't sell on Amazon. You can sell on eBay as well, or you can just list them on all three. Just make sure to keep up with your inventory. So if you if you ship something out, to a Walmart customer and you still have it listed on Amazon, you might be in trouble if you don't have any left.
love it.
So yeah.
Any more questions for Tammy? We good? Is that it? Any more questions?
Anyone?
I guess we're good. So
Okay.
you guys sure?
Okay.
Okay. I guess they're good, Tammy. So
Okay.
yeah. I guess let's just end with this. Like, what's your advice for the newer sellers in the group?
Um, Take care of your account health. Make sure, and you're checking that every day. Look for IP claims. Make sure you're jumping on listings that are good listings and they're not under generic or they're not misbranded or something's not off on it. Make sure everything is 100%. Yeah, just be wary of IP complaints. Make sure brands aren't listed on the product. I've made that mistake before and not noticing that and got an IP claim for a brand, something the brand was listed on. Other times I also did it on accident and it was fine and I made quite a bit of money, but just depends on the brand. But yeah, don't push it. Yeah, and just probably you will get out of it what you put into it. So you got to put time into it and you got to put funds into it because it's an inventory based business. So you have to have the funds to put into it and the time. And it takes a lot of work, especially in the beginning to catch on, but then it does get easier. And
I
and
agree with that.
diversify. So once you get started with Amazon, you start doing well with that, then yeah, definitely, set up an account with Walmart, maybe eBay if you want. That's always good for returns, but and Poshmark and Mercari too. But definitely set up a Walmart account, even if you don't use it right away. If you have it set up, just that's great to have it there just in case. I know it's a lot harder to get on with Walmart. You have to have your business, your EIN. They want a website, and the way people have been getting approved is by using their Amazon seller account and just picking the URL for their storefront and posting that in the website in the application, and that's how people have been getting approved too. And everything has to match. So they want real businesses with a real EIN, and they want to see some sort of some history with being an online seller in e-commerce. So definitely get it set up while you can. It may get harder because a lot of people are moving over to Walmart too. So I would do that now, just in case, because you never know what Amazon could, suspend your account suddenly for no reason. They did that with me too. So it's always good to diversify. But
Love
most
it.
of your sales will be Amazon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
So thanks, Amy, for dropping knowledge with the group.
Oh, no problem. No problem.
Yeah, appreciate that. So before we go, can we give
Yeah, thank you,
Tammy
Tammy.
some?
That was really great. Thank you.
Oh,
go.
you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah. Yeah, can we give Tammy some type of love in in the chat emoji? Thank you in the chat. There you go.
Thank you.
Love it. All ready? Thanks, Tammy. I know you got to go to work, so
Oh, yep,
to
that's
keep you any
fine.
longer, but thank you for dropping knowledge to the group. Very
Oh,
inspirational,
no problem.
because you're the perfect example of a busy person that's making it happen, right?
Yep.
So, I really
Yep.
think everyone can do this. Like you said, just put in the time, the effort,
Yep.
the capital, take some risk, a little bit of risk, and you're gonna do great.
Yep.
Love it. Alrighty, everyone. So Cindy said I needed this. Thank you. Love it. Okay.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, guys. I'm gonna keep talking about Q4 as we go in the next few weeks because it's go time already, right? It's about to be go time. You gotta just organize your business, like Tammy said, and be ready for this big explosion in the next few months. So, yes,
Make sure you have funding set up.
yeah, that too, because
Yeah.
you'll dry up, right? As far as buying inventories.
Yeah. Yep.
Love it. All right, Tammy. All right, everyone. I'll see you guys soon. Okay.
All right. Thank
Thanks.
you.
Bye bye.